Hey guys, and welcome back to the HobbyDude007 channel. I have always had a great appreciation for modeling and model car magazines, from the oldest going way back to the 50s all the way to the newest. And I am excited to share with you something some of you may already know about, but we have a new magazine, Auto Modeler. This is the premiere issue, so I want to share that with you. Stick around. Like the rest of you, I draw my inspiration for modeling from a variety of sources. And through these sources, we all learn new tips, tricks, techniques. We're inspired, whether it be real car shows, whether it be model car shows, modeling in general shows. But I have gained a tremendous amount of information over the many years I've been in this hobby from magazines. Sometimes it may be Hot Rod Magazine, the old Stock Car Magazine, Circle Track, Rod and Custom, just a lot of magazines. But we're fortunate as model car guys, or modelers in general, to have Fine Scale Modeler, a lot of the great publications that are out, and all this goes back many years. Back in the late 50s, early 60s, there was Model Car Science. Then you had Model Cars. Shortly thereafter, Model Cars Illustrated. Now, while some of these are gone, there's always been somebody stepping up. Car Modeler magazine, which was part of Kallenbach, that bought Scale Auto Enthusiast and made it Scale Auto, and that was a bi-monthly publication as well, kind of hit in the months that Scale Auto wasn't around. And of course, again, you've got the IPMS Journal, which covers all kinds of modeling, but IPMS Journal has some really good information, some good stuff in it. Tips and techniques, information on upcoming shows, a lot of great stuff like that. And then you had that old classic that we all remember and love, Scale Auto Enthusiast and Scale Auto. A lot of awesome information and show coverage, inspiration. Wow, great stuff here. Then Model Cars Magazine. Greg did a great job with this. This has been out for a number of years now, and it is just absolutely, it is awesome. It is awesome. Again, great tips, techniques, all kinds of stuff. And again, Greg, thank you. You've done a great job there. And now we have Auto Modeler. This is from Scott Colmer, a lover of this hobby for many years, a great guy. Many of you have probably seen his interview with Matt Lucasy, and they did a walkthrough on the premiere issue kind of online. But I want us to go page by page again and just take a quick look at it and introduce you to it. And again, this is the premiere issue, August-September 2024. And I'm excited about this. Right on the front cover there, you've got Tim Boyd's 65 Buick. If you've been around the hobby any length of time, you know that name, Tim Boyd. A lot of great people associated with this magazine. So let's get into it here, guys. And great show coverage, too. I thumbed through it once just really quick, but I wanted to really share this with you guys. Check that out. A lot of advertisement. This was for ZCG Resins by Reese. And this is the layout. Everything about it is really good for a brand new magazine. You know, a lot of times anything new, there's a few bugs to work out. But you wouldn't know it by the look of this thing. From the small desk. New stuff. These bumper cars, you know, when I glimpsed through this, I don't know if you've ever seen them, but there is some guys that have taken motorcycle engines, pull up the bumper cars and take a look at them. You're going to be impressed. I mean, they're really cool. So I've already got that wheels turning in my head on that one too. Check it out. Here's the Lucasy channel, Iceman Productions, and the last NNL West. Model roundup. Got some great advertisers jumped right in. Resin 3D printing. And yep, it is a big thing now. It is a big fad. And, well, I don't think it's a fad. I think it's a fixture that is here to stay in our hobby. A time and a place. Love these old gassers. This is by Steve Perry. But guys, if you do not have a subscription to this, I went ahead and subscribed. Then I found out my local hobby shop is also carrying this. So there's a number of places to go. But if you don't have a subscription or a local hobby shop, you can go to automodelermag.com, pull it up, and you can do a sub there. Great coverage. Love these old era, the red windows. The techniques. Now, talking about the realism in these hood pins, check that out. Is that not just cool? Just like the real things. Salt flat, and you know, this is the type of car that I have never built, has been a salt flat or a record setting type car, land speed records. But I have two ideas in mind that I want to do for one that would be in a particular class for a small scale or a small block kind of engine. I guess that's what you'd call it. And I'll be sharing that with you because I've already got a lot of it. Some of it's actually in primer, but I got to be honest, guys, it's been in primer for some time. But I'll be sharing that with you. I've machined some aluminum parts for it too that's looking pretty good. And that reminds me of Ricky Couch so much, the little tiki shifter there. Wow, that's a large scale too. Check that out. But there's something just sexy about these land speed cars. Ah, and there's Tim's Riviera pushing a long stalled project. Hey, I don't know if I want to get into this, but stalled projects. I have a ton of stalled projects. Some of them aren't stalled. They just got set aside for something that caught my eye. You know, that new little piece of candy that, ooh, I got to get on that. And they got set aside when they weren't intended to. But isn't that a beauty? And he also shows in here, and I don't know if you noticed, but that's chopped. And I'm sure he's going to show that in a minute, that beautiful interior. I love light color interiors like that for the era. And then here we get into chopping the top and channeling everything. This is some really great stuff here, guys. So I am excited about us having a new magazine because the more that there is out there, and by the way, this comes the alternate month of, and they designed it that way from Model Cars magazine. It's on the alternate month, so we'll have one every month. Step by step. Now check out the profile on that thing. That is just wicked. Then we have a segment called Unstalled. And I need to take a couple of those unstalled pills, I think. But you know, seeing stuff like this could inspire each of us to get back into some of those stalled projects. This is really some cool stuff in here too. Always love seeing pictures of real things like this master cylinder here. So you can kind of get an idea of, see, there's the replica. This is just great. This is awesome, awesome stuff. And if you remember Sketchpad from the old scale auto, I always loved the Sketchpad because it was inspiring to come up with something unique. Check out this. That was not on a 63. But just cool stuff. And I also love to see it when they would have at a contest a sketch pad that you built the model of something that was sketched out. I always like that. '24 Desert Scale Classic. So this is a model car contest coverage. Great looking stuff, a little information about each of the builds and the people who built them. Guys, you really should get you a copy of this. Really good coverage. I like it. And here's Motor City Madness, another coverage, show coverage. Setzer. Man, that thing is clean too. The other thing is, I have never done this, but I always thought this was so cool when you've got a vehicle with a window rolled partially down or partially up, depending on if you're a half full or half empty person. But I always thought that was kind of a cool thing. And when I do my Roy Hill Duster or Horizon, I may do that. Very cool. That's the Georgia Cracker. Cool. A lot of great stuff in here. And I like that they're doing show coverages and all that stuff. Very cool. And again, real cars are always just great inspiration. Now this is creative too. You see how the rear end's dragging here and the sparks are coming out? I would have never figured out how you would do that, but what he did was he used fiber optic strands, and you know how the light hits each of the ends of them, and they're translucent anyway, so it looks like real sparks blowing out the back. I mean, that's just creative, and like I said, I would have never even thought about that. Oh, Riviera. 71 or so, no, okay, 73 Riviera. That's a 3D printed full kit. Very cool. Building the MPC Flying Dutchman, the old funny car. And hey, check this out. This Charger 3, I remember building this thing way back, I guess it was still in the 60s, but this was supposed to be, as I recall, I want to say it was supposed to be a 1985, and it had the cockpit where it raised, so you step down in it, and it had a 426 Hemi in the kit, one of the just the regular kit Hemis. Then they made that Flying Dutchman funny car version of that body. And, well, there's a picture of the real car. I missed that when I thumbed through it the first time. Or the concept car, anyway. It wasn't one that was in production, obviously. I'm pretty sure it was 85 they said it was supposed to be. And then you got kit reviews. There's your AMT Western Star. That's pretty detailed. Check out that dash there, too. Really good stuff. The Del Rio Ranch Wagon. I was going to pick one of these up at the show this past Saturday, and I was so busy throughout the day, I did not do it. So I guess I'm going to have to hit the hobby shop and get that one. But the box art, that black and red on the box art just looks so cool. And check out how well detailed that chassis and all the parts are. Yeah, Revell did a really good job with this one. And the 64 Chevelle Malibu SS. And the miscellaneous table. Now, this is really cool to me because I would have never thought about doing a catamaran in tow with an older El Camino too. I think this is really good. But this is Steve Perry and Scott Colmer. A little question and answer here. So I'm going to look forward to reading through that as well. And then, of course, 3D. And guys, that is a really quick run through of the new Auto Modeler magazine. I think this is great, again, to have just another publication that's going to stir us up, give us some new tips, tricks, and techniques. And we get to see some of the work and hear from some of the best modelers in the country. So guys, again, if you hadn't picked yours up yet, check out your local hobby shop or head over to the website and give them a sub. Or excuse me, get you a subscription to the magazine. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Appreciate you watching and tagging along. I hope this has inspired you as it has me, and I'm really excited about this one. So guys, God bless. I hope y'all have a great week. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.